What's going on, guys? I'm editing a lot of these videos from 2021 just now because I didn't have editing software. Ironically, in this video that you're about to watch, I'm wearing the same shirt. Hair's a little longer. It's been about 7 months, I think, since this video. It is kind of boring. Editing it, I am not really getting the good vibes, but I just want to upload it to give you guys an idea of what's been going on in the past year. Spoiler alert, this vehicle that I'm showing off is currently not my current vehicle. And hopefully I will be revealing that to you soon. Sorry. And hopefully I'll be revealing that one soon to you. I still have to film that one. It's fucking cold out. It's January. So I don't really know when I'm going to do that. But hopefully it's soon. I do want to make a life update video because it's been a while. Okay? And there's been great things that have been going on. So let me edit these few videos. They'll pop out probably all on the same day, if not a couple days apart. And then I'll film a video in the meantime, and I'll give you an update, and I'll give you a car update. I think the car that I have right now is really sick. I have an engine in the garage that I'm building. The bike's doing good, clearly. It's fucking never broken. And I forgot. There's been a lot of stuff. All right, I'll let you go. I'll start this video. Have fun. Watch it all the way through. Leave a comment. Tell me how shitty this car is. It's great. I love it. Car ran fucking amazing even till I sold it. So, car was amazing. No hate for the car. But, here you go. Continue on the video. Thank you. Hey guys, how's she going, eh? I know it's been a long time since I posted anything. I have like a video that I needed to edit, but I never got around to editing it. Life's good. This is just a quick update video I figured I'd make because it's been a while. Been working a lot and such, so that's why I haven't really producing any videos. I also haven't had really anything to do lately, you know. Vehicle wise, I did do some things on the bike. I replaced the battery and did some spark plugs and shit on, just some regular maintenance. It's about 3 years old, so I figured the battery was going to go sometime between now and next year, so that's not very surprising. But there is one thing that I had to update you guys about because it pertains to the channel. My vehicle situation changed, so I no longer own my GMC Sierra. I sold it to the dealer I work for way more than I owed on it, and let me be honest, way more than it was worth. With the used car market right now, it's much more of a seller's market, and so instead, of course, I can't just drive nothing. I mean, I can ride the bike, but you know, for the foreseeable future with the winter coming, I'm not gonna ride the bike in the winter because I'm not an asshole. But with that said, I guess I'll turn the camera around and I can show you what I got. So, I bought a 2001 Monte Carlo SS. I bought it for $1,000 off of a buddy who bought it off of a buddy who did a bunch of work to it a while ago. It was my good friend John's brother's car, who didn't drive it ever because he didn't have a license. He just let it sit under a tree, and it's not the best car in the world. It definitely isn't even anywhere close to the best car in the world, but it's just sort of my daily driver until I get something better, or it'll be my daily driver while I get a project car. That's like my main two reasons I wanted this car. Now I'll give you a quick tour about it, but some things about it. In 2001, they didn't have the supercharged 3.8. It's just a regular naturally aspirated 3.8, and it does rip. it pulls mad burnouts, which is awesome. But yeah, that's about it. It's got a rebuilt engine, a rebuilt trans, new shocks, struts, brakes. What else? Put a new throttle position sensor in it. It probably needs a pressure control solenoid for the transmission, but I'm not really going to do that because the only thing it really affects is wonky shifting when it gets hot, but I don't drive it enough to get it hot, and if I do, I'm on the freeway where it's not really shifting. So that's about all the problems with it, other than the rust. So when I started my YouTube channel, I lived in Austin, Texas, where there's no rust on anything except for my car that I had. And this one is a pure Michigan car, I could say. It's got rust in wacky places, and I'll show you some of the fixes my buddy John did to make sure that this thing doesn't just fall apart. And yes, they are sketchy, but I think it's kind of funny. I'll show you guys what it's about, and y'all can laugh at me. But before you see it, you just gotta know, it runs and drives great, and it gets me around. And it gets like 28 miles to the gallon just driving around. That's fucking insane. For a Monte Carlo SS from 2001, piece of shit, that's crazy. But let's get into the tour. Let me unlock the car. I'll pop the hood and see what's up. Alrighty, so as you can see, the paint is not that great, just sitting up here. Honestly, the rust isn't that bad in the front, but it's more bad in the rear, and I'll show you why. But under here we have the magical 3.8 liter. These came in the Impalas. I don't think they came in the Malibus, but they came in these, the Impalas, and that's about it, I think. No, the Buick LaCrosse Regal. I don't know which one it was. But you see a lot of these cars with transmission issues because people just don't know what it is. And a lot of that stuff was easily solvable back in the day. People just didn't do it. The pressure control solenoid goes bad in these. The reason why this one was rebuilt because it was mad abused, and the torque converter exploded in the transmission, so they had it fully rebuilt, new everything, and that was probably, I don't know the timeline exactly, but probably 6-7 years ago at this point. I know John's owned it for 2, and now I've owned it for a couple months. But yes, so it's stock, it's got everything on it, new battery, new everything, fluids, whatever. I've already done an oil change. I'm the one that put the throttle position sensor in there, or this one. And yeah, it's got one oil leak, and it's right here on the top with the valve cover, which is super easy to do. But again, I'm not gonna do it because I paid $1,000 for the car and it gets me around. That's literally like my whole idea behind this car, is that it's just gonna get me around. If anything actually needs to be done, I will do it, like the throttle position sensor. But yeah, this is sort of just gonna be a runner for a while. Other than that, I can show you the interior. Oops. I'm gonna take the thing off the stand here, and we're going mobile. So as you can see already, the rust on the quarter panels is kind of eh. The rust down here is holy moly. I actually kicked a hole in that. That was kind of funny. I was at the bank. Now I come down here. The interior is actually pretty mint. I actually had to do a lot of cleaning in here. Oh, it's hot as fuck. I had to do a lot of cleaning. For some reason, there was like 1,000 candy wrappers under the seat. And then this was all covered in dirt, rocks, everything. I still have to come in here and clean all the surfaces up. But other than that, I mean, it's pretty clean on the interior. Sorry, just turning around. But, you know, it's not bad. It definitely, dude, the AC blows so cold. And hopefully I can start it up here. Y'all can hear it. It's just a know-nothing stuff. I got this, like, new Bluetooth thing from Amazon for my radio. And I don't know if it's draining the battery, so we'll see. Nope. starts right up. It's got an engine light for an O2 sensor. I'm not going to touch it again. Cheap build, cheap whatever, you know. This AC blows wonderfully. Radio sounds good, all the speakers work. So I'm going to take a round to the back and I'll show you the wonderful fixes that we have done to this car to make sure that it really will run forever. One thing before I go back there to the trunk, which is the main area of problems. John's brother left the trunk open. He kept like leaving the key in the car and like leaving the battery on, so it's had 2 new batteries in the past year. He left the trunk open when I bought it. There's a bunch of water in there, so I just took one of the plugs out and drained all the water. It was disgusting. It doesn't leak anywhere. Because it sat underneath a tree, the drainage holes for the sunroof actually got clogged, and I had to blow those out because it started dripping, which pissed me off clearly, but it was all right. It was an easy fix. Just clear out the drainage holes and you'll be fine. Same with the doors. They were all clogged. I had to undo those so it doesn't have water inside the door. Like, if you had to park it anywhere, don't park it underneath a chair or a tree. But hey, I don't care. So I really like the red badging on this thing. There you go. So it's got shit all over the place. I've sort of taken it apart to clean and do stuff. I don't know what the fuck that is. This is like the trunk area. Surprisingly, the spare tire area is not that rusted, but you ready to see the magic that we have done to this car. And it's a wood block over the rear shock towers, because the rear shock towers are rusted out, dude. They are bad. These are some of the worst rust I've ever had on a car. And the wood block basically keeps the strut or the rear shock coming from busting through. As you can see light through there. It's pretty bad. Like honestly, it is the worst rust I've ever had on a car. But I'm not really worried about it. Again, this car's just gonna get me to where I need to go, and that's its job. Like, it's not gonna be a race car. I do like to rip the mad burnouts for the kids, and by kids I mean the lube techs at work. And yeah, I mean, it's just gonna be a go-getter. It's got good tires for some reason. I don't know why. For some reason, sorry, let me get the light. For some reason, somebody put a lot of work into this car, even when it had all these problems, like all the rust. It's that rust doesn't just show up overnight. They had to put work into this when it had that shit going on. I'm surprised they even did the rear shocks. That's crazy. Sorry, I'm getting a little close. But so far, I've never liked these cars really until I bought it, and then it's pretty cool. It drives super smooth everywhere. It rides great. The only issue when you go over bumps is you hear the wood clattering around a little, which is so funny. But, you know, on the freeway, it's a race car, dude. I swear to God. These things actually were kind of designed kind of well, which is super surprising for early 2000s GM, because a lot of them are just shit boxes that were meant to just throw out there and not be around in 10 years, and now they are, and they're just the worst things on the world. But yeah, that's about it. I'm sure y'all saw the bike. It's been my main mode of transportation here in the summer. I mean, back in Texas, it was my main mode of transportation in general. And that's about it, dude. I mean, I've just been chilling. It's July 5th today, so yesterday was the 4th. We went over to Lily's friend's house, and that's about it. We swam at her mom's house and such, and just been hanging out. Sorry, the AC. I had to reshoot this last scene because the AC was on. It sucks, but it's okay. So really all I've been doing in life is just working, having a good time. It's been a really good summer so far. We've got a ton of shit coming up. We've got a wedding, we've got 2 weddings, and whatever. I'm just working my ass off. Recently I hit my highest hours of the week I've ever done. I hit 91.9 hours, which is insane. But, you know, it sucked getting in, so I don't really feel rewarded by it. You know, it's just one of those things. And then this upcoming week, I only work 2 days because I have a wedding to go to, like I just mentioned. And yeah, if I find anything to do, I'm sorry for the lack of content. I really just don't have anything to do, and like I've been coming home and I've just been tired and such. Again, I did 91 hours. You know, it's just rough. But you know, I really hoping I'll edit the last video I did and I'll edit this one together so that I can put them out relatively close in the next week or two, maybe while I'm gone at the wedding. But you know, I mean, all I want to do is like make content, work and such, and you know, I've just been doing half of those things, so it's kind of rough out here. But hopefully I'll have something to do. If the Monte Carlo breaks, I'll fix it. So until next video, you can check out my older videos if you want to subscribe, or check out my Instagram, Twitter, Twitch. All the links are going to be in my bio. And I'll see you in the next one. Thank you for watching.